Only be one outcome, and Madrid for the same thing. How come that these two haven't? So let's sort of, yeah, okay, you've got to do it. Let's think about drawing the
injury to experienced Javi Flanyo. He suffered an injury 6 months, and there's a ball down the side, and Gareth Bale rolls it across, and Real Madrid take the lead in the 6th minute. A tap-in the end, and Cristiano Ronaldo, in his first game of the new season, continues where he left off, and he won't have many simpler chances than that in this campaign. Put on the plate for Paul.
No, I mean, Bale didn't just polish the cutlery. Not offside, not offside. Polished the cutlery, unfolded the napkin and put a couple of fingers of wine in the glass. What did we just say? You've got to be careful if you're pushing your lines forward against a side with Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo in it. And there Bale gets round the back, and not worth 5 million. They're not worth 0.5 million probably.
That just shows the spending power available to Madrid to spend 10 million on two 18-year-olds, as we see a replay of the goal, and Bale setting it up for Ronaldo, who scored 51 goals later. He did score in the 2-1 win over Celta Vigo, but of course with Benzema set to come back. Garcia almost, and now Madrid with a chance to break, and it's 4 against 3, played out wide. The cross comes into the far post. Now Seb Perez gets a foot on it. Toni Kroos.
In Pamplona, they reckon that tactically he's not a particularly great coach, but he was what was needed just to stand, maybe paid a little bit for their first half efforts. But Morata scored twice and was asked about his role back at Real Madrid, you know, because he's a Spain international. His first choice at Juventus. See Benzema rested a bit more, and Morata definitely gives Madrid a different outlet. He's more of a specialist 9.
Feet here. They haven't won yet this season. They drew 1-1 with Malaga in their first game, with Fran Merida getting a late equaliser, and then lost 2-0 against Real Sociedad. An early card now demonstrating with Mr. Fernandez Borbalán, but he's prepared to stop Madrid. I won't say at all costs, but certainly.
I think it's one of the things that you do. You obviously got to think that the next game is at home against Celta Vigo, who are rock bottom of the table, after losing earlier today. It's 4-0 at Earlier Tune. It is an advantage for them, and they do tend to have a lot more 4 PMs than anyone else.
That's a great. They just couldn't pass the ball through. A bit of skill there for Ronaldo, nonchalantly flicking it round David Garcia for Kovacevic.
And that will be a factor as well in the second half, obviously.
That ball played through, and Ronaldo just hooks it up and over. No offside.
Especially if Osasuna. Although,
as he ran through with the pass, with the ball in the air, Difficult to tell from that angle if Ronaldo was past the last man, but even so, not a particularly good finish. Seats in the Bernabeu this afternoon, and
he's put on the fact that fans, you know, you see on forums, certainly helps the world. Wow, and especially the camp now.
You do.
Especially in the camp now, actually, because he's going to play against Sporting Lisbon.
Dallas Cuevas with the free kick, nodded on. It spins away off the head of.
Pardon me, over the summer. If you count them up, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Very convincing win. But as I say, it's all changed a little bit since then.
Certainly see as crossbar, so a real warning for Real Madrid. And now the question, will Los Merengues react and realise that at 1-0 they're still vulnerable here? Ronaldo now looking to pull it back from Morata, gets a second bite at the cherry, the Portuguese. Morata now fed exceptionally well, falls to Danilo, and he does make it 2-0, just as we were talking about getting the second goal before the break. It comes from a very unexpected source.
Let's have a look again. Once again, nobody picks up Ronaldo's run. It's a bit lucky that the ball comes back to him, but that's intelligent. It's a good save from Nauset, handball keeping almost, couldn't do much about it, and then
it was a very precise finish at the end to put it back across the keeper. But
I quite fancied Nauset to get to this as well, sort of once closing it down, and it goes between the...
the second period, if Madrid take their eye off the ball, could make it. Garcia. And the Real Madrid captain.
Faltan varios,
The second period once again by.
Got to try and get something from the Champions League, because the group's not an 18 goals past them in 2 games last year.
They do. Ronaldo got the 5 away from home.
Central defender, if you're sort of trying to present yourself as a hard man, you probably shouldn't make quite such a meal out of them. And Diaz, the young striker, Marcos Asensio and Ruben Yanez, who's the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And Osasuna, they got Sergio Leone, Oriol Riera, Roberto Torres, Jaime Romero, who I was very impressed with against Real Sociedad.
Real Madrid will be looking for a fourth, as you said. Probably see the introduction of Karim Benzema.
Without Oriana, they lose a little bit of spark and an imagination.
Ronaldo just losing out, just manages to stay on his feet. Ronaldo, and way down the left, will he look to find Bale in the centre? He does. Kovacic picks it back. Some goal, but just took on one too many. Madrid comfortably win the ball back. Never going to have a chance, unsighted, I think. And this near side, Nacho.
Have a free header.
And you're right about the withdrawal of Cristiano Ronaldo in his first game of the new season. Morata will have to take his chances.
I lament the missed scored 7 goals. So putting some ice on his knee, I suspect that's just as a precautionary measure. Very talented attacking lineup, so he's gonna find more.